Today, I just want to talk about mental health in regards to Russia's invasion of Ukraine for those of us who have friends or family living in Ukraine. Because it's not something that's talked about too much, because I just don't think a lot of people are aware or think about it, to be honest, other than those of us who are going through it. And I'm already sure that the Vatniks and the tankies and the Kremlin bots and shit are going to have a field day with this video. So I'm just going to say right now, kindly fuck off and yeah, go crawl back into your little Kremlin hut without indoor plumbing. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this. As you can tell from that right there, mental health absolutely is suffering from this invasion. Certainly not as bad as those actually in it, but it can kind of erode you a little bit, wondering day in and day out, are my friends alive? Is my family alive? I have friends there, I don't have family there. But over the course of the war, at any one time I've had, I believe, up to 7 friends there. Currently, I don't have that many there. Some have left kind of at the height of it. I had a friend in Odesa, 2 friends in Dnipro, a friend in Kherson, a couple of friends who live here where I live, who flew over there to help, and then a friend in Western Ukraine. So a lot of people there, and it's scary to have that many people that you know and you care about there when there's rockets exploding or when they're in occupied territory or different shit like that. And it takes a toll. It really does. I remember, I guess it was in March, kind of mid-March, the first time a friend texted me a rocket flew over my house. And it was like, oh fuck, this is touching you. This is like right by you. And then another friend, the friend in Odesa, sent me video of her during a rocket attack and was like texting me during the rocket attack and didn't know if she was gonna die and was shaking and crying and shit. And I mean, that fucking sticks with you. Thankfully, she's moved. She's no longer in Ukraine. She's gotten to safety. But there were probably 4 or 5 rocket attacks where we kind of had that same kind of experience of her getting shelled and not knowing if she was going to survive and just being like scared out of her fucking mind because of these goddamn Russians and their goddamn missile attacks. And same kind of shit in Dnipro. You know, my friends there, multiple rocket attack, constant rocket attacks. It's just like, what the fuck? God damn it. One of them, very, very emotional, always been a very more sensitive, gentle kind of person. She got real bad PTSD. She actually was injured several weeks ago. A rocket landed and blasted glass in her apartment through her back. She was in the hospital for a good hot minute with some shrapnel and head trauma and shit like that. And then, you know, occupied territory. I'm not going to go too into it because they're still there. But never knowing, especially after what happened in Bucha and Irpin and what's been discovered in Izum, it's like every day it's like, are the Russians just going to lose their fucking minds and decide to murder everybody in the town or decide to go on a rapey rampage or whatever? You just don't know, and it's scary shit. Like, I apologize for swearing so much in this video, but it's just fucking scary shit. It takes a toll. It's exhausting. And like I made a video, I've been pretty heavily involved in Ukrainian Twitter. I am a part of NAFO. That can take its own toll because you see just how nasty the little Kremlin bastards are. They are celebrating murdering Ukrainian civilians. They're celebrating raping Ukrainian civilians. They're celebrating rocket attacks. They're constantly calling Ukrainians Nazis and dehumanizing them. And it takes a toll to read that kind of shit about people that you care about and you love. And it takes a toll rather you become like that back at them, or rather you try and rise above it. Either way takes a big fucking mental toll. I just want to say to anybody who has friends or family in Ukraine, I see you. I know the toll that it takes. It's very, very heavy. You likely haven't slept quite right in a long time. You've probably had nightmares. You probably just have times where you're just really angry or lethargic or don't feel like you can do anything or have any creativity or anything like that. And that's another thing, is sometimes you just end up talking at really weird times of the day. The other day, I hadn't heard from my friend in occupied territory for over 24 hours, and I got a buzz on my phone at 1:30, and of course I'm going to talk to them. Of course I'm going to take that opportunity to see how they're doing, if they're alive. And they had a pretty harrowing story, and it kind of wound me up, and it was like, oh shit, fuck, I don't need sleep, whatever. You can see the effects of that. I don't know if you can see, but at least this morning I had the side was pretty fucking bloodshot. Not sure if it is anymore, but yeah. So it takes a toll. It really does. If you're somebody who cares, and the Vatniks, the Kremlin bots are very, very happy to mock and act like we're weak. But you know what? We're not fucking weak. The fact that we're still goddamn here, that we're still supporting our people, and that there is nothing, no matter what fucking mental toll it takes, I will never stop supporting my friends. We got this. Those of you who support Ukraine, we fucking got this. Fuck the Vatniks. We're good.